Alright, so let's go for a second hand. So this time we play against a reg. We play from the small blind, still spin and go flash. We play 15 deep. So 7-6, we limp. We could basically almost do everything, unless no shoving, but you could limp, raise, or fold. Either would be probably fine. I decided to limp here since this reg is not that aggro pre-flop. We flop 6-3 deuce, backdoor flush, top pair and backdoor straight draw. We decide on a continuation bet, he calls. Here the flush draw comes in and I decided to put a big bet, trying to make him fold maybe some deuce or trees. Since it's a reg, he might stick a bit more than other recreationals, but still, since we also block a bit of the flush, we try to get him out of the hand. And he calls, and the queen comes. I mean, it should hit our range just a bit more than us, but in a spin, when opponents calls two streets, it's rare that they have total hair. Uh, but still, we could try to value some 3x, deuce x with a small sizing, but it's gonna be hard. So we decided on a check, and it jams. Here I just think quite a bit and think about the more of the opponent rather than the GTO, because I mean this decision is probably a pure exploit on his part, or close to it, because he might not know me. We decide on a call after tanking since we block the flush and Jack and Queen should not really interact with this range. But sadly we also block like uh, straight draws like 7-4, 7-5. So I mean either calling or folding should be decent, and in the end we win. He had a bluff, but yeah, I would say we kind of blocked the straight draw with house 7. So let's see the hand, how it plays out. Um, so right off the bat, the pre-flop decision should be quite decent. So if we see like 7-6 off, we can do fold, raise, or limp. We decide on limp. On the flop, probably a lot of c-bet with our hand, but not that many c-bets overall. Only like 30, 70, 13, 17% continuation bet, which is small. If we look at it, 7-6 of, we kinda prefer checking, but the 7 of diamonds, which we had bets a bit more, since probably we can either block or realize some flushes on the later streets. But yeah, we should keep in mind that our suits are really important in this spot. So either betting or checking is fine. I guess against the recreational, I'd lean more towards c-betting since they might fold too much. For example, to deuce x or backdoor flush draws, or I don't know, backdoor straight draws. But against the reg, I guess we should keep these frequencies. So we decide to bet, and he calls. What is he calling with? So obviously, all of his deuce x, all of his 3x, 6x, the best ones raise for value, 5-4 for value also, 6 with a gut shot as well, and probably this bunch of random bad deuce off and 3x. So nothing too fancy, I guess it's pretty straightforward. When the jack comes, we decide on the 75% bets, which, I mean, we have a lot of bets because flush comes in and we have quite some jack x in our range too. I mean, not that much. Looking at the solver, actually, he might have more than us, more jacks than us. On our hand, I mean, we could still go for 3x on the really small portion of the time. But the idea was to make him fold, and I guess 1.5x could also make him fold, and we don't value turn ourselves against a jack or two pairs or a flush that he could have. So I guess my bet of my three big blind bets on the turn might not have been the best. I kind of agree with the solver here. Smaller sizing should be better, but we decide to bet 3x, and his calling range is probably like, yeah, it's 3x. Flush draws probably some deuces. Yeah, I see this. Yeah, this mainly folds, but with the flush it calls. So once again, his range is pretty straightforward. And on the river, I mean, well, it's kind of marginal, but checking. We bet a lot, probably with flush draws, yeah, and king x, queen x, jack x, maybe some jack call with a diamond here. And once we decide to check, and he shoves, I mean, what is he shoving? I mean, obviously, all of his flushes will shove, and yeah, king nine with the diamond will shove, obviously, as bluff. And against the shove, what can we really do here? I mean, our range is really small here, so it's most likely not gonna play GTO, but we can see that we can call with our particular hand, but I mean, the EV should be like really, really close, and it's gonna be very marginal spots. So I guess here it's only really up to the read that you have of your opponent. But I guess the main take out of this hand is that on the turn we don't need to go too big to make him fold. I mean, we have a lot of flushes. He doesn't really have two floats. I mean, he has quite a few, I guess, probably, but still we can make him fold like 25% with really a 35% bet, which is good enough. And we value ourselves less in case he already has a nutted hand. So yeah, I think that's a good takeout out of this hand. So tell me what you think about this hand, and if you would have played differently, and what you can take out of this hand.